Hello guys, welcome to Autolatest cars in Europe. Today we are talking about the last generation of Ford Focus, a car that actually it's still an important one for the compact class in Europe because it's one of the best compact cars you could buy in 2024. And we are talking now from the position of the last Ford Focus, last generation, last version actually that's going to be made, because tomorrow in I don't know, in 6 months the production of the Focus will stop in Europe, and Ford doesn't have a plan to replace it. So this is the last Focus, a car that's actually very competitive from every point of view. First of all, we are talking about a car, a Focus from 2024. This is an active version. You could see it here. It's called active. So it has this bumper, this plastic bumper. The ground clearance is actually higher compared with the normal Focus, but it's more expensive. So the entry-level Ford Focus in Romanian market with the 1.0 EcoBoost engine and 120 horsepower 6-speed manual gearbox, it's like 20,800 euros with VAT included. If you want to buy this one, it's around 30,000 euros. So this is too much from my point of view. I actually would go for a Focus with this engine, but in 155 horsepower and automatic gearbox, around 27,000 euros, but not active version, because it has a lot of things. It has the ground clearance, but actually if you are driving in a city, in town, in a modern European city, you don't need you don't need a crossover ground clearance. So we are talking about the Focus, a Focus that actually it's a brand. Actually Ford shot itself in the leg with the Fiesta last year when they get rid of Fiesta, and now they are shooting themselves next year in the other foot with the Focus, because you actually will have on the range only Puma, which is a very good car. It has received a very nice facelift, and Tourneo, Courier, let's say normal cars, not commercial cars, and Kuga, which also had a facelift this year. Kuga, it's made in Spain. Tourneo and Puma are made in Romania, but Focus was the last one made in Germany. So from the quality point of view, this is the last real good quality Ford in Europe. A lot of guys will criticize me now. Okay, but Puma is very good. No, Puma is a low-cost car compared to the Focus. And you could see, if you want to see that, you have to open the doors. Let me show you. Open and close the doors. So this is a made in Germany product. Okay, so if a Puma door would sound like this, you're a good guy. So 2024 Focus received also a decent, a minor facelift. The new LED stop lights, it's nice because Ford actually puts actually tailpipes on the back of the car. But the local solution is that I could show you there. The Focus doesn't have anymore a multi-link suspension. It has only a rigid one. So to decrease the costs, they put on actually rigid suspension, compared with the previous generation, first 3 generation that had the standard multi-link suspension. But we are driving this car for 5 days, and it's okay. If you go very fast in a curve, you don't have a problem. So it's a almost top of the line version. It has an disc brake disc on the back. The tires are 215/50 by 80. They are made by Continental. I think it's a Romanian. This tire is made in Romania. It's an eco tire. It's okay, but it's not at the level of Hankook tires. It's a decent tire, but this is OE tire, so we are not going to speak a lot about these OE tires. The design is it's like a Focus, but the most important thing you have to remember is that in 2024 BMW made the first series, 1 series, yes, with a new generation, which is actually a facelift one, and that car, it's worse than the Focus. So a lot of BMW fanboys are going to criticize me, but the reality is very, very bad for Mercedes and BMW, because the A-Class and the 1 Series are very low-cost cars compared with the Focus, with the decent the Focus. Let's talk about the engine. I opened the bonnet and talk a lot of more about the technical details. Okay, we are down under the bonnet. So here you will see the old engine, which is called 1.0 Fox 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. But today we are talking about the modified version that has timing chain. Sorry, it doesn't have the oil timing belt that had a lot of problems 10 years ago on this engine. So the engine has a different fuel injection, a different high pressure pump, petrol pump, and delivers 155 horsepower compared with the 125 on Puma and all 4 cars. So this car actually drives quite well from my point of view, because the weight of the car is decent, but the gearbox, it's a Getrag with 7-speed dual clutch, modified the gearbox compared with the previous generation power shift, also called in USA power shift. Sorry for the language, but the 4th generation of power shift gearbox made for Ford by Getrag was very, very bad. So they have a big problems in USA with the previous generation Focus. But the new gearbox is actually modified. It has twin discs, but with oil and cooled in oil. It's very good. The engine has all the problem replaced. Timing chain, so no problem. It sounds good. The everything on this engine, it's actually today, after 10 years, very nice. The mild hybrid system, you could see it here. It's also decent. The car actually drives quite well compared with the BMW 1 Series or the Mercedes A-Class. So we are getting back about to the German. So the 1 Series is made in Germany. The A-Class is made in Germany. So everybody will say, okay, compact car in Europe, it should be a premium compact car. You should definitely go for a BMW or a Mercedes. But this Ford Focus is also made in Germany. So the quality of this car is much better from my point of view compared with the 1 Series and A-Class. So A-Class has a lot of technology and engines from Renault, the petrol engines especially, and the plug-in hybrid ones. Ford actually makes everything by itself. The engine is made by Ford. Gearbox is also borrowed from Getrag, but the quality of the car is quite good. So the 1 Series has the same gearbox, but with different 3-cylinder engines, and the price is quite like 20,000 euros more compared with this one. So actually in 2024 it's very hard to choose between a Ford Focus made in Germany and the 1 Series from BMW also made in Germany. You should pay 20,000 euros more on the BMW or a Ford Focus. From my point of view, go with the Focus, because this car is more competitive. It stands. The architectural inside is the same, transversal engine, the same gearbox as the 1 Series, but the build quality it's much better on Ford than on BMW, and BMW fanboys knows that. Okay, let's go inside and talk about the interior, because there are a lot of changes inside. Okay, we are inside. We open the door. We close the door. So you have a very big Focus brand name and Ford on the big tablet. Let's start it. Okay, music off. It's a very decent system. So as a fuel consumption, everybody will ask me, oh, okay, how much fuel consumption, the fuel consumption of this car. So we made 348 kilometers. Yes, and we'll have almost half a tank. So you could go 600 kilometers with no problem in city town. I hate the fact that every time when I start the car, Ford actually tells me where to go. They have the data from me, from my driving style. So it's a sync, last generation of sync. The fuel consumption is like 7.4 liters of petrol engine at 100 kilometers an hour. At 100 kilometers, it's decent. The car, it's new. I like the fact that the new tablet, it's decent. It doesn't have the air conditioning buttons. They are integrated in the tablet, but I actually like the fact that Ford made how to stop the lane departure warning system. So you see this button. Let's show 1, 2. In almost 1 second, you could turn it off. So it's a miracle for a modern car to stop the lane departure warning system in under 1 second. You know, at Kia Ceed you have to go in 3 or 5 menus to stop it. So I was talking earlier about the quality of the car compared with the 1 series. So this is very soft. You could see it. I actually push it and it's soft. This is a good quality. This is a good quality car. Also soft. Here it's soft. Here it's soft. So the quality of made in Germany cars, it's actually here. Okay, I don't like this that it moves, but I think Ford made a decent decision to make that bad plastic. So even the cup holders on the bottle holders are capitinated. How could you say in English? The seats are, you see, active. A from active. The seats are quite good. You have an auto hold and the parking brake. I don't know why the parking manual, the automatic parking brake doesn't doesn't put it when you stop the engine. You have to do it manually. Here it's a Ford button. It's decent. You have auto and that's it. And here you could modify the up and down. So the car has an LED system, which is very good. It's like 1,000 euros. Go pay that because you will definitely need it in the night driving. The mirrors are quite big, are quite small, like a Ford Fiesta Mark V. I don't know why Ford makes these small mirrors. Everybody today are making very big side mirrors to see a lot of to see the traffic, because the A pillar is quite big, but the car it's okay. The ground clearance it's okay. The driving position is quite good. I don't like the Ford steering wheel with these buttons, but this is a Ford and that's it. You also have some shortcuts here. You could park it, the parking sensors, stop and start engine, defrost max, and you have the driving modes. So the driving modes are this. Now here, normal, eco, sport. It's a 3-cylinder 1.0 EcoBoost. There's no sport. Slippery, trail. It has an automatic differential on the front wheel. So definitely you should go day by day in normal mode. The system is quite good compared with the competition. You could have the radio here. You could have the phone and see who's calling you, and you have a small map here. Also the big LCD behind the steering wheel is decent. Everything is decent. The sound of the engine is like this. It's limited at 3.9, 3,900 RPM. So the gearbox, let's talk about the gearbox. It's a Getrag with the 6-speed. It's a 7-speed. Sorry. It's a decent gearbox. It actually drives quite well. For the first time in the history of Getrag, they nail it. The gearbox is decent. You could drive it safe. It doesn't slip a lot when you drive faster or more dynamically. But when you drive normal in normal mode, the gearbox is actually better than the DSG7, and that's a very big plus. So this gearbox is mounted also on the Volvo cars and BMW cars. Yes, the 1 and 2 series actually have this gearbox because they give up of the ice in the gearbox. But we have to tell you that if you go for a very sporty, the top of the line sportier version of the Focus, you will receive a multi-link rear suspension and an ST suspension, which is it's better on the fast driving lanes. So the Focus is still a competitive car. Focus is a good car, and actually if you want to go and buy an A-Class or a 1 series from BMW, please go and test the Focus. So test it, make your calculation. you'll see that they are like 20,000 years, 10 or 20,000 euros difference against the BMW and the Mercedes. And actually, from the technological point of view, they repair the 1.0 EcoBoost Fox engine. They have a decent Getrag gearbox. The ground clearance it's bigger. The inside the life of the car in the car it's okay. So for the first time in my 20 years of automotive journalism, I could definitely tell you go and buy Focus, not a 1 Series. Okay, the previous generation of 1 Series was best off because it has a longitudinal engine. It had an ZF8 torque converter gearbox, so it was a game over car. It was the best compact premium car in the world. So, but from this generation of 1 Series, they made it actually low cost, like Mercedes with the A-Class. So for Focus 2024, it's still a competitive car. Actually, if you have to hurry, because in the 6 or 8 months, they're going to get it off the production and to make, I don't know, an electric Focus or something like that. And it's quite bad, because if you wanted an electric car, you go for a Tesla. So thank you very much. If you like and appreciate what we are saying here and what we are doing, please like and subscribe. Thank you.